On paper, Laura and Grant represent a powerful symbol of 21st century agriculture. She is a fifth-generation Nebraska farmer who transformed everyday fieldwork into compelling digital storytelling. He is the steady partner who shares her love for land, machinery, and outdoor life. Together, they built more than crops. They cultivated a brand rooted in authenticity and hard work. Their 2020 wedding felt like a natural extension of that narrative. Supporters admired their teamwork, their rural values, and their shared ambition. They appeared to embody a seamless fusion of tradition and innovation, grounded roots and rising influence. For many fans, their story seemed to validate the dream of a life where love, labor, and purpose coexist without conflict. Pressure of a public marriage alone demands communication, patience, and resilience. Add a large digital audience, and the complexity multiplies. Every disagreement risks becoming public speculation. Every quiet day invites analysis. Laura carries the responsibilities of farm management, brand leadership, and audience engagement. Grant balances operational duties and visible partnership. Under such scrutiny, even healthy couples can appear strained. Emotional fatigue may look like distance. Concentration may look like detachment. In truth, running a farm, especially during unpredictable seasons, requires focus that may not translate easily into upbeat on-camera presence. The couple may be simply managing the realities of life while avoiding the pressure to perform a picture-perfect relationship for viewers. The reality behind farm life. Agricultural life is demanding long before cameras are involved. Harvest deadlines, equipment maintenance, fluctuating commodity prices, and weather uncertainty create relentless stress. During peak seasons, sleep becomes scarce and responsibilities intensify. Viewers often see curated moments of accomplishment, not the cumulative exhaustion behind them. If one partner appears tired or preoccupied, it may reflect operational pressure rather than hidden drama. Farming families routinely navigate financial risk and physical strain. When these realities intersect with online fame, the weight can become visible in subtle, easily misinterpreted ways. The audience sees a clip. The couple experiences a season. Those two realities rarely match. Life before the spotlight. Before widespread recognition, Grant lived largely outside public scrutiny. Like many young adults, he may have experienced missteps, financial setbacks, or strained friendships. Growing from youthful risk-taking into responsible adulthood often involves confronting past decisions. Transitioning into marriage and a public-facing partnership can intensify that process. When someone's image shifts from private individual to role model, earlier chapters may feel heavier. Observers sometimes interpret ordinary maturation or personal reflection as evidence of scandal. Yet growth rarely unfolds in a straight line. It is shaped by learning, regret, and deliberate change. The discomfort of that process can appear outwardly as distance or distraction, especially when the person is under constant observation. Laura's position between image and intimacy. Laura stands at a crossroads between personal loyalty and public expectation. She must protect her family, her farm, and her own well-being while sustaining a platform built on openness. If challenges exist, she may choose discretion over disclosure. Transparency has limits, especially when private matters involve mental health or family history. Her decision to remove a ring for safety, limit appearances, or adjust content strategy does not inherently signal collapse. Yet public life magnifies each choice. Balancing authenticity with boundaries becomes one of the most demanding aspects of digital-era marriage. Even small decisions can be interpreted as major statements, and the pressure to manage that perception can become exhausting. The power of communication. If strain exists, the path forward depends on communication rather than concealment. Healthy partnerships address fears openly, whether related to past mistakes, present stress, or future uncertainty. The internet cannot resolve private matters. Only honest dialogue can. Laura and Grant's resilience has previously carried them through demanding seasons. Should new challenges arise, that same resilience may guide them. Public silence does not necessarily indicate collapse. It may signal intentional privacy while navigating delicate conversations away from speculation and external noise. In the end, the strength of their bond is determined by what happens behind the camera, not by the stories viewers create. A darker theory emerges. As speculation intensified, rumors shifted from marital discord to health concerns. Some viewers interpreted Grant's reserved presence as a sign of hidden illness. The word cancer began appearing in discussions, accompanied by heartfelt messages of support and prayer. The narrative of a private medical battle resonated emotionally. It offered a tragic yet understandable explanation for absence and tension. Illness is a storyline people recognize and rally around. Yet no official statements confirmed such fears. The gap between observation and verified fact widened, leaving a vacuum filled with anxiety and imaginative conclusions. In the absence of information, the mind reaches for explanations that make emotional sense, even if they aren't accurate. The role of the audience followers often feel connected to creators as though part of their extended community. This connection fosters loyalty but can also encourage entitlement to answers. When narratives shift, audiences seek explanations that fit emotionally compelling frameworks. Divorce, illness, scandal? Rarely do they consider the quieter truth: life evolves and public storytelling adapts. Speculation, though fueled by curiosity, can unintentionally intensify pressure on those involved. Remembering that digital personalities are real individuals navigating real circumstances may temper the rush to dramatic conclusions. Empathy is often more appropriate than assumption. When viewers choose to believe the worst, they become part of the strain rather than a source of support. Small details that spark big questions. Longtime followers began noticing subtle changes. Grant appeared less frequently in videos. When present, his demeanor seemed reserved, sometimes distracted. Laura often filmed alone, speaking with the same professionalism, but carrying a quieter energy. Online communities thrive on observation, and viewers quickly cataloged every perceived shift. Social media thrives on consistency, so when familiar patterns change, speculation fills the silence. What once felt effortless now seemed carefully managed. Fans wondered whether these changes were natural evolution or signals of deeper strain. In a public relationship, even ordinary adjustments can be interpreted as signs of something serious. And once doubt enters the public mind, it rarely leaves without confirmation, real or imagined. Emotional health and silent struggles. Mental health rarely announces itself clearly. Anxiety, regret, or burnout can alter demeanor without dramatic outward signs. Withdrawal from filming or social events might represent a need for privacy rather than secrecy. Public figures often face tension between authenticity and self-protection. Sharing every internal struggle is neither practical nor healthy, yet withholding details can unintentionally fuel rumor. If Grant appears quieter, it may reflect introspection or stress management. Interpreting such shifts as scandal risks overlooking the normal, deeply human process of navigating responsibility and personal growth. In a world that rewards transparency, silence can feel like betrayal, but it can also be a form of self-preservation. The missing wedding ring. One detail ignited particular attention. Laura's wedding ring was absent in multiple appearances. Practical explanations exist, especially around heavy machinery, where jewelry poses safety risks. Yet symbolism matters online. To many, a missing ring suggested trouble. Theories multiplied rapidly. Was it temporary? Was it intentional? Was it a subtle message? In the digital arena, perception often outweighs practicality. What might have been a simple safety choice became, for some, a visual confirmation of marital unrest. The ring's absence transformed into a narrative device fueling whispers that the couple's seemingly stable partnership might be unraveling. Once the audience decided a symbol mattered, every subsequent appearance without it only intensified the speculation. Divorce rumors. Gain momentum, search trends began reflecting public curiosity, with variations of divorce update circulating widely. Comment threads analyzed body language and posting frequency. The absence of spontaneous couple photos reinforced suspicion. Observers described a growing emotional distance in their content. For viewers invested in their story, the possibility of separation felt deeply personal. The internet often approaches relationships like serialized dramas, expecting clear story arcs and dramatic revelations. Without official clarification, fans constructed their own conclusions. Silence, though sometimes necessary, can amplify uncertainty when a public figure's life has long been shared openly. The very lack of explanation became proof to many that something must be wrong, fueling a cycle of assumption and reaction. The weight of secrets and guilt. Beyond divorce or disease, another possibility lingered: unresolved history. Every person carries chapters written before public life begins. Sometimes, past mistakes or painful memories cast longer shadows than visible struggles. Emotional burdens can manifest as withdrawal, guarded behavior, or heightened concern about privacy. While no credible evidence supports dramatic allegations, the concept of hidden regret often appeals to audiences seeking complex explanations. The truth, in many cases, is less sensational and more human. Stress, responsibility, and pressure accumulating quietly over time. When people see tension without context, they invent context. That invention often takes the form of scandal because scandal is familiar, dramatic, and easy to share. Reframing the narrative, rather than framing subtle changes as evidence of catastrophic secrets, it may be healthier to view them as markers of transition. Couples grow, careers expand, responsibilities multiply. Temporary distance on camera does not confirm permanent division off camera. Fatigue does not equal illness. A missing ring does not confirm separation. The agricultural world already presents enough unpredictability without adding imagined crises. Observers might consider that behind every edited clip lies a full day of work, conversation, and decision-making, invisible to viewers but central to understanding their lives. When audiences allow room for complexity, the story becomes less about drama and more about reality.